Look, the Air Force One thing has me very, very worried. It's not a joke anymore. So what happened was he left last night for Davos from Andrews Air Force Base. Everything's going fine, right? Everything is going just fine. He's been on that plane a million times. However, something went wrong. Something went very wrong in flight. And take a look at this. They made a U-turn. We actually see the moment that the plane turned around, everybody. It went out to, well, the end of Long Island, and they had electronic trouble and turned around. Okay. Officially, what is the statement? It goes like this. After takeoff, the Air Force One crew identified a minor electrical issue. Okay. Out of an abundance of caution, Air Force One is returning to Joint Base Andrews. There's no such thing as a minor issue on a 45-year-old airplane. There's no such thing. And to detour the President of the United States, that's a big, big deal. They did put him on another plane, the 757, that is not as old, but it's no spring chicken either. You know, I'm not worried about arriving late to Davos or anything like that, but I am worried about this president or any president flying on a jet that was built in the 1980s. It is crazy. It's insane, actually. Nobody in the country virtually is flying one of those things except the president and some of the most important people in the country. And this is widely known among people who know but don't care.
This happens all the time. You know, it's a really old fleet, and there's a constant state of disrepair. These things happen, and it's because the planes are very, very old. It's kind of an open secret amongst the reporters who travel with senior officials that the U.S. fleet is very old.
Very, very, very old. It's an open secret? Okay, well, let's talk about this. This shouldn't be a secret. This woman used to run the National Transportation Safety Board. Is a 45-year-old plane okay to fly?
It's intended to be the best maintained plane in the world, but it is an aircraft, and it's a very old aircraft. In fact, you know, there are terms for it. It's called tired iron, and all the systems are old despite the top flight maintenance and the really careful attention, but it's an old aircraft.
Tired iron. I've actually never heard that term. I believe it, right? It's a thing. Metal fatigue, I've heard of that. I remember a 747, the whole side blew open one day because the metal had had enough.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.